Welcome to CCK Live. Today we're going to decode the VA by talking about some abbreviations for VA terms. Over the course of their case, veterans are often going to encounter many abbreviations that VA uses to describe key terms. Today we're going to break down what some of the most common abbreviations mean.
Right. So first we'll start with VBA, or the Veterans Benefits Administration. That is an agency within the Department of Veterans Affairs that administers financial and other benefit programs to eligible veterans and their families.
Next, we're going to talk about VHA. So VHA means Veterans Health Administration. Now, the Veterans Health Administration is considered the largest healthcare network in the United States, with the sole goal of providing healthcare to veterans. It's important to make the distinction between what the Veterans Health Administration is and what the Veterans Benefits Administration is, as they are very, very different. Veterans are treated for medical conditions at VHA facilities or providers that are contracted with VHA, whereas contrary to that, the VBA, which is the Veterans Benefits Administration, is in charge of overseeing and distributing compensation for service-connected disabilities and special benefits. So you seek your care at VHA facilities, and if you're looking for a service connection claim or looking for compensation for your disabilities, you would file a claim through the VBA.
Next, we'll go over RO. So RO stands for Regional Office, which is a part of the VBA that Paiva mentioned, and handles initial claims and appeals for VA benefits until veterans appeal to the Board of Veterans' Appeals. So each state has at least one regional office, or RO, and some states have multiple offices due to the increased workload of that state. Each VA regional office consists of a Veterans Service Center, a Finance Division, Support Services Division, Human Resources, Loan Guarantee Division, and Vocational Rehabilitation and Employment Division.
Right. And now we'll talk about the BVA. That stands for the Board of Veterans' Appeals. And the Board of Veterans' Appeals is an appellate agency within the VA that handles appeals from VA regional offices. Veterans can appeal to the board after receiving an unfavorable decision from the regional office. The board's duty is to conduct hearings and decide appeals for VA benefits. The board has jurisdiction over all questions and matters of decisions made by VA that impact benefits to veterans, their dependents, and their survivors. Unlike regional offices, there is only one Board of Veterans Appeals, and that is located in Washington, D.C.
Next, we're going to talk about CAVC. Now, when the board denies claims for benefits, veterans can also appeal that denial at the Board of Veterans Appeals to what is called the Court of Appeals for Veterans Claims, otherwise known as the CAVC. It's important to note that the CAVC is not a part of the Veterans Benefits Administration. Instead, the CAVC is considered a part of the U.S. judicial system, and the CAVC acts as an independent judicial review for final decisions from the Board of Veterans Appeals. The CAVC consists of several judges, and its jurisdiction is limited to decisions made by the Board of Veterans Appeals alone.
So we talked about the regional offices. So one decision that regional offices can issue is a statement of the case, or a SOC. So this is becoming less common because SOCs were a part of the legacy system, which VA is in the process of phasing out. But a statement of the case, or SOC, is a document that explains VA's decision regarding a veteran's claim for disability benefits. So this would be issued after VA received a notice of a disagreement in the legacy system from the veteran. So the regional office would issue the statement of the case if they were continuing to deny the benefits that were appealed in the legacy notice of disagreement.
Right. And now we'll talk about the NOD, which stands for Notice of Disagreement. And a Notice of Disagreement, or NOD, is a formal appeal letting VA know that you disagree with its decision on your disability claim. Generally speaking, in the legacy and in the AMA appeal systems, veterans only have 1 year from the date of their rating decision to appeal with the NOD, or Notice of Disagreement. The legacy NOD appeal form is called the VA Form 210958, while the AMA NOD appeal form is called the VA Form 10182.
The next abbreviation we're going to talk about is VBMS. Now, if you've ever called VA's 1-800 number, or if you have a representative that's assisting you in your case, you may have heard individuals refer to this system called VBMS. Now, VBMS stands for Veterans Benefits Management System. VBMS serves as an electronic database of veterans' claims files. Having VBMS allows veterans and their representatives to see into their case in real time, such as providing them with access to recent decisions, exams that the veteran may have attended, even correspondence that the VA is sending out on the veteran's behalf, claims, appeals, and filing, and much, much more.
And next, I'll just go over TDIU, which is a very common abbreviation. So TDIU stands for Total Disability Rating Based on Individual Unemployability. So TDIU is a disability benefit that allows veterans to be compensated at the 100% disability rate, even if their combined scheduler rating does not equal 100%. So TDIU is awarded in circumstances in which veterans are unable to secure or follow substantially gainful employment due to their service-connected disabilities. For more information about the two forms of TDIU, scheduler and extra scheduler, you can check out our other videos.
Now we'll talk about P&T. That stands for Permanent and Total Disability, or P&T. That refers to veterans whose disabilities are total, which means rated 100% disabling by VA, and permanent, which means having zero or close to zero chance of improvement. And though permanent and total is often used as a single phrase, veterans can have a total disability that is temporary or a permanent disability that is rated less than 100%. Permanent and total ratings are protected from being reduced and may entitle you or your dependents to additional VA benefits.
The next abbreviation we're going to introduce is MST. So MST, otherwise known as military sexual trauma, is a term used by VA to refer to the experiences of sexual assault or repeated threatening sexual harassment that a veteran has or may have experienced during their service. It's important to understand that MST is an experience as opposed to an actual diagnosis or a mental health condition. Though veterans may experience mental health conditions like PTSD, depression, or anxiety as a result of MST.
And lastly, we'll go over C&P Exam. So C&P stands for Compensation and Pension. So C&P examinations are a critical part of the disability claims process, and there are multiple times in which VA may ask you to attend one. So generally speaking, a C&P exam is going to be a medical examination of a veteran's disability performed by a VA healthcare professional or a VA contracted provider. VA is going to use C&P exams to gather more evidence on a veteran's claim condition before issuing a decision regarding service connection or on the severity of that condition for an increased rating claim.
And that just about wraps up our video. Thank you so much for tuning in. For more information, please check out our blog and other videos. And please be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel to stay updated.